So we've built the PiStorm, we've installed it, and we've tested it with just a standard workbench. So now I want to try something a bit more modern on it. So I'm going to give Caffeine a go to begin with. So I've got my, this is the SD card which I've just made on the PC, just imaged it. Took quite a while, needed a 32 gig card, and it probably took about an hour, the whole process, by the time it had written it and then verified it. So this is that. But in order to use Caffeine, we're going to need to plug in an HDMI cable. So I'm going to have to pop off the port on the back, and I'm also going to have to swap out the SD card. I don't know if I need to take the compact flash card out, so I'm just going to see what happens. So let's get this hooked up. So I need to change this card. I don't have the adapter, so I've got to change the card. So let's just get that done now. So I need to pop off this. I've never taken this off actually. Oh, that was easy. Yeah, no fancy adapter there. I'm just going to run the HDMI through there. The PiStorm does actually come out quite easily. So, although I haven't got it set up yet where I can just swap the micro SD card at will, it is quite easy just to do this. So there's the PiStorm, and there is my basic PiStorm boot up SD card. That just makes it into a standard accelerator. So on here I have Caffeine. I hope I've got Caffeine anyway. My first attempt at using the PiStorm didn't work out very well, so hopefully I've done this right this time. This is on a 64 gig card, so that's in. Where's the HDMI on this? Oh, the HDMI is there, so I'm going to need to run an HDMI through the back. I better do that first. Let's prepare. So if I run that, can I run that just through? Oh, that would be too easy, wouldn't it? It would be way too easy just letting me run it through there. There is actually a way through. If we look. There is a route. But you know what? My GoTech is in the way. Right. Is there any way I can do this without Okay, this is the first problem. Because I've got the GoTech in there, there's not enough clearance for me to get that HDMI cable through. So I'm going to have to find a solution. Okay, I've got to actually take the case off because I can't get an HDMI cable through otherwise, which is a bit annoying. Right, here goes then. So, this is the inside. My keyboard looks even yellower now. So this is in the way. These things are never easy, are they? These two screws. Oh, so here's one screw that's tighter than the rest of that. Right, now that will lift free. So now I just need to run the HDMI cable through, and I can try again. This would be great if I had a few more hands. Right, HDMI cable is now through. GoTech goes back down. Let's pull off some slack. Let's try to pull off some slack. Right. Now the cable should fit through fine. So, GoTech kind of back in place. Keyboard kind of back in place. Right, this is a pain, by the way. With these cables, I guess they're supposed to sit under there, but they're really awkward to actually get under there. Right, I'm just going to assume I won't need to take the GoTech out again and hope for the best. So, take two. So, now we've got, right, so we've got the 64 gig card in there, which is what we want. That's the $64,000 question. This is where I find out that I need a really narrow cable for it to actually go in here. Nope, I just need to put the card in the right way. That'll probably help more than anything else. I tell you what, that cable is going to be a problem. Yeah, this is going to be a problem. I might have to take my GoTech out altogether, or I need to route it differently. I think I've routed it wrong. I've routed it that way. I think I should route it this way. Okay, I think the GoTech's just going to be in the way for this process, so I might just take it out for the moment. Let's hope the Amiga's happy without a DFO. Hopefully I'm not recording just like the death of my Amiga now. It'd be boring if it worked right first time. Lots of comments about I'm doing it wrong. Right. HDMI, and I can put it through. Do you know what? I might need a special tight access HDMI adapter for this, because it's just not going to go in there. Let's see. Right, Raspberry Pi in. Hopefully this will work and I'll actually be able to use it in this state, because otherwise I've gone to all this effort for nothing. So where are we connecting? We're not connecting under there, are we? If we're connecting under there, then this is probably going to be a problem for me. Yeah. Right, I really don't think that's going in there. I might have to take off this shielding even, if I really want to go to town with disassembly. Does it need the RF shield? Right, from what I can tell, I don't really need this RF shield, which is getting in my way. But I might take it out. Do I need to take the entire board out? This may be a project. Did I undo all the screws? There are no screws left now, so can I just... Oh, there we go. I really wasn't planning on going this far. Right, how much disassembly is this going to require then? Yeah, this video is now an Amiga 1200 teardown. Let's see the state of it then. Have I got my light on? I've got my light on, but it is battery powered and I've not charged it in a while. Yeah, modulate, I might need a wipe. I don't know if I need this in here, but I suppose now I've got it stripped down so far, if I don't need this for the to run, if I'm running Caffeine or maybe Amiga Kit, I guess. Yeah, I guess it won't be a problem. Right. What time? That was for the floppy drive, wasn't it? That was my floppy cable, which I don't currently have in anyway. Should I just take it out? So we're going in this way. Hey, it's a lot easier to plug it in this way. Alright. Nope, you've got to do it from underneath. Right, we're in. We're in. Can we get an HDMI? Not that one. This was a little bit shorter, this one. Can I get this in? Right, so we go in here. Maybe I need to get rid of the bottom RF shield as well. That would be a lot easier. It's a good job. It's a good job I'm not too precious about my tech. It's making a slight modification to this RF shield. I'm hoping this won't cause me any electrical issues. This may be the last PiStorm video I ever do. We're in. Might have to make another modification then. Okay, I'm definitely probably doing this wrong now, so feel free to say you're doing it wrong, or I should have done it a different way. But you know, why watch how-to guides when you can work it out yourself? So I've had to make a slight adjustment to the RF shield there. Hopefully it won't affect anything. Doesn't appear to be touching anything other than the HDMI cable and the plastic shielding. And I've had to do this. Just bend this down. Right. PiStorm installed, HDMI cable kind of attached. Hopefully I haven't completely ruined it or broken anything. Right, I have reassembled, kind of, but I have got a few bits left over. That was what I was planning on taking out, but I've also taken out my GoTech, the cables for the floppy drive, and my top case. Right, everything's plugged back in now. I've got my 2 screens set up. I really don't know what's going to happen when I flip this switch, if anything. Let's try again. Okay, take 2. I didn't plug the other end of this in. Alright, here we go. I've got a PiStorm on there, and I've got something's loading. Which screen is it going to pop up on? Oh my god. We have caffeine. It's just really weird.
How are you today? This is Amiga speaking. Welcome to Caffeine OS. Quick basic settings setup. Please choose your keyboard and mouse settings.
Sorry if that was quite quiet, but I was expecting a loud bang. So, oh my god, my mouse is working.
Please tell me your name.
This is a trade secret, but you know, I can't even spell my own name.
Thank you. Caffeine OS initial setup is complete. Please go to System Preferences for more settings. Have fun, have a great day, and forever Amiga.
Have a great
Press
day.
Enter to close this window.
I can press enter to close this window. I can't believe that actually worked. The whole dual screen setup, and it worked. So I'm guessing I don't need this TV for the moment then. And I've got a lot of cables and tools and things to tidy up at the moment. So I'll be back. So sitrep, apparently I didn't totally cock it up. Sorry if you wanted this to be a blooper video. I thought it might have been a blooper video. But we seem to have life. But caffeine life. I've had to plug my Amiga into my 5.1 sound system, so I don't know what the sound's going to be like. It may suddenly get really loud. And there we go. We have caffeine. And it is actually recognising the CF drive partitions. So I didn't know if I'd need to take that out. This was what was on my CF card, compact flash card built into the machine. Well, that I put in the machine. Yeah, this is the old stuff. This is the new stuff. So what do I get in a stuff folder? This is basically the straight out the box caffeine that I downloaded recently. So I don't actually know what's on here yet. I've got an AGA collection of demos. I wonder if some of these are somewhere like the kind of like modern. Oh, Black Lotus. I think that was supposed to be quite good. Oh, Starstruck, that's the one. I did try and run 9 fingers after I first turned this on and it crashed, so hopefully I'll have more luck with this. Oh, has it crashed or is it? I think what might be happening here is I think it might be playing it on my other screen that's not plugged in. I might need to plug the TV back in. Right, take 14. We now have caffeine. And you can't see half the screen, but neither can I. So let's try and do what we just did. I'll move that out of the way. Now in here, I have some demos. AGA. Or maybe because I'm picking AGA demos, that's why it wants to put it on the other screen. Right. Starstruck. I was looking up decent demos to try. And apparently this is one. And I'm assuming it's going to appear on there. Because just now I thought it crashed. But it turns out it didn't crash. I'm just dual screening my Amiga. It's loading very slowly. Oh, but it is loading. Right, so this screen I'm guessing is using the AGA chipset. And that's why it's appearing on here. I'm guessing this is kind of like the RTG. Now this wasn't WHD load, so I'm not entirely sure how I get out of this. Maybe I've just got to let it play to the end. Apparently I just had to tap escape and then it gives me back control to this part. So what I'm going to try, I know they're all the fancy ones, but I just want to see if I can still run. I want to run some demos from my compact flash card. I thought I might get an issue with it conflicting, because obviously they both want to be the boot device, you would think, but obviously there must be something in the PiStorm config that gets around that. So I want to try and run 9 fingers. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that actually runs better than it does in Workbench. So I wonder if state of the art. I did notice there was a state of the art on this Caffeine install, but I'm going to see if my original state of the art will work. It's not quite right. It all sounds like there's an instrument missing. Should we try? I know the art one. It's quite like this. Let's try this. There's something that doesn't sound quite right to me on this. It's almost like it's missing. Yeah, like there's an instrument missing. Unless I haven't got the cables plugged in correctly. Right, just finding myself around Caffeine. Just had to work out how to even view the icon. We have Wings of Fury. Yeah, there's something not right with the sound here. I think I need to check my connections. There's something definitely not right. Yeah, I fixed the sound problems. There must be something wrong with my AV cable, because the sound through this, although a bit tinny, is fine. Now there's one sound I think you want to hear in this game, so I'll just do that first, then we'll double check the demos, and then we'll call it a day for the moment. Yep, that's fine. So let's try state of the art. Right, we've solved the sound problem, so I think it's one more test I'll do for today before I properly explore this off camera. I should probably make sure I can still play Doom. Oh, I've got more options now. I'm assuming this means it'll be on this screen. Oh, it is, and it's tiny. Let's see what happens if I do that. Oh, there we go. There we go. This is Doom full screen. It's still low res, but I suppose it's Doom anyway, so it's how much better can it get? I don't even know why I'm bothering to film this in 4K. All it's doing is using up the space on my phone. Right, just to finish off, I thought I'd just briefly explore what's on this Caffeine install, in this stuff folder at least. So I've got Cinema 4D, various 3D rendering, I'm guessing. Some sort of fractal software that's just going to make lots of pretty pictures. I've got videos. Angels or Monster? Oh, they're trailers. Ah, Charlie's Angels. Oh, I better not play too much of this, that'll be a hard time. Suffice to say, it plays AVI files. Demo. We've got all these emulators. I'm guessing these won't be fully loaded, because that would just be naughty. Oh, there is. Maybe these are freeware ones, I don't know. 1942, maybe not freeware. Atari Neo Geo. Yeah, that's something to be explored, maybe offline. And these are some games built in. Oh, they're all. Oh, there is a lot of. I've got a lot of WHD load games. Oh, so it is actually loaded with. It is actually loaded with software anyway. So we've got games, we've got demos. Directory Opus, video players, expert tools. Am I an expert? Do I qualify as an expert now after my budget build? And the rest just looks like standard workbench. Mostly. Well, I think we can probably call that. We'll call it and we'll say that is my not how to, but how I installed caffeine onto my Amiga 1200 with a few hardware modifications required. But yeah, it worked.